What is up, YouTube? It is Dolly back in the house, and boy, do we got some things to discuss. There are some rumors going around right now that Emmanuel Haro, the little 7-month-old baby, has been found. Now, I'm going to confirm right in the beginning, this is just rumors, all right? Just rumors, and we're going to talk about it. I'm going to show you some things about it in just a second, but first, I'm going to need you to leave your DNA all over the like button, just in case you go missing in the hills of Tennessee or the deep woods of Nova Scotia or somewhere in LA. You never know. You could always go missing in LA. So leave that DNA all over the like button. If you're brand new here and this is the first time you're watching my ugly face, make sure you sub up the channel. We're almost to 75,000 people. We're like 500 people away from 75,000 subscribers. So thank you so much to everybody that's been subbing up the channel, joining us, and all that good stuff. All right, you guys are great. Now let me give my warnings. Dolly Vision is for entertainment purposes only. We talk news, rumors, gossip, speculation, theories, mixed with a little bit of comedy and a whole lot of chaos. So don't take nothing here as fact. It's just my opinion, people. Completely satire. The caller's opinions are theirs and theirs alone, not to reflect on Dolly. Everyone, and I mean everyone, is innocent to proven guilty in a court of law. And the biggest one of them all, do not try to be Dolly at home. Let me repeat, what we are going over right now is rumors. I have did some digging to see if there was any truth that I could find that they found this baby. People are posting it on social media that this baby was found in a dumpster. Okay, now it could be some trolling. It could be some hoaxing going on. So I immediately started searching national news channels to see if I could find anywhere that they had found this baby. I couldn't. So today, when we was live with you guys, we were watching a Mexican fellow, Latino guy, that is basically like a little small news channel. He kind of goes on the scene like Dolly does. He goes to the locations of different things. And he had went to the house earlier today because we know last night the police served search warrants and they were searching the vehicles, digging up on the property. They had cadaver dogs out there, and it was alleged, allegedly, that they found blood in the laundry room of that house. But at this time, there's no way to tell whose blood it was because the police, KTLTA just posted it. Did they? Okay, now I was going to go over this video. Send me that video to my Facebook. Yes, I noticed that there are a lot of trolls tonight. There's been a lot of trolls. And this could be people playing and saying things that are not true just to get a reaction out of some of these channels that are covering this case. But that's the worst news you can hear is they found this baby in a dumpster. Now, let me tell you guys, I followed a lot of true crime. And you got to remember, I was in Georgia. They found the baby in the dumpster. A lot of these kids do end up in landfills. So when we was watching the Mexican gentleman earlier, he had went to the house and he was showing the location. He also went to the Big Five. He interviewed the grandmother. So what I could find was him talking about the baby being found in a dumpster. So I'm going to share this video with you guys. And like I said, I've done all the research and digging that I can for right this minute into it before I went live to see if there's anybody else that's reporting anything like this, right? Because, here on Dolly Vision, we don't just talk news. We talk rumors, okay? But I always let you know, it's important to let you know when something's just a rumor or if it's fact. I haven't been able to confirm any of this, right? And the only thing that I could really find right this second on it was the man we was watching earlier today from the house, and he is at the damn landfill. Now, this is a scary situation. Anytime I see people standing in front of a landfill, the only other person I know to be standing in front of a landfill was me, okay? And when I was doing that, that was during the Quentin Simon case, and they found that baby in the landfill. Now, he is reporting that he has heard the rumors too, and that the baby was found in a dumpster. Breaking news is sometimes rumor at first. Yes, listen, sometimes rumors turn out to be truth. Sometimes rumors turn out to be bullcrap. But when I hear something, I'm going to tell you guys first here. But I always inform my viewers when something is factual and something is rumored, or we're alleging something, or it's a theory. That's why my warnings, I say I talk news, gossip, theories, all that good stuff. So I cleared up that we talk all these things here, not just news, but the rumors, what people are saying, what people believe, all these things. So let's jump into this and let him tell you guys.
Made it to the Riverside County disposal site here at Lamb Canyon Landfill on the Tira. New reports have now came in through social media accounts that quite possibly little Emmanuel Haro was found in a dumpster somewhere in the county, which leads us here to the Lamb Canyon Landfill. Now, I don't know if these reports are accurate or not. Obviously, the landfill closed today, so we can't ask any personnel if any deputies have been up here conducting any investigations, or if in fact they found little Emmanuel here on the Tira. We pray and hope that all you fools out there are not using this just for your own benefit, because there's real lives at stake here, especially little Emmanuel. And so, if in fact you are going to put out information, even if it's not confirmed, please say allegedly. Please let the people know
Allegedly.
that you do not have the facts, as don't I, homie, but I never claim to do so. I let
Hispanic
you fools know
JLR.
exactly what's happening here through our inside sources and our constituents feeding us this information so that you at home can make your own educated guess, determination, conclusion, whatever it is you want to call it, homie. Just know
Homie.
that if in fact you want to be a reporter out here like the face of the internet, then please, I beg of you, treat the job responsibly, work, have ethics, morality, and just overall concern, credibility, respect, and above all, compassion, homie. So from
Homie.
the landfill at Lambs Canyon, where we cannot confirm nor deny that whoever's putting these stories about little Emmanuel being found in a dumpster are true, because if my mind's right, homie, I will ask myself, self, if the sheriff's
Self.
department did in fact find this little boy, even yesterday, even today, don't you think they would have put it out there on the tira so that all of us could start chasing our own culos, homie? On the tira. And not only us, but there's hundreds of manpower. They would have a press conference forthwith. They wouldn't wait until tomorrow for developments today, homie. I've been around these cases long enough to know that I call bullshit on the tira. And so from Lambs Canyon, homie, Ahmed Belloso, we pray for the safety and return of the little boy, but I'm not giving up hope. Not yet, homie. On the tira, Ahmed Belloso from Lambs Canyon. Now back to these sick ass fools. On the tira,
Okay. Somebody said he is the Hispanic JLR, that he was trying to be Dolly at home. And like I said, as soon as I started hearing these things, and he wasn't the only place I heard it, like, or seen it. So I was thinking, okay, let me do a little digging into this, right? And see if there's anything to it, because, the cops ain't really said anything, and the cops have been pressuring the parents. And we did hear earlier, and like I said, this is a lot of rumor that we're talking tonight. I will go into some facts in just a few minutes, but I want to get through some of these rumors that are circulating around the internet, that the kid has been found. I have not seen one national source or any credible source yet. And I don't think we count this guy as a credible source. I ain't saying just because he's the Latino JLR that, he may not be right. But at this time, there's nobody. He's a cool guy. He brings honesty, allegedly. Allegedly, homie. Okay, fools. Right. I guess everybody has, there is Grizzly Hood News, and you have Dolly, which I go out to the scene. I don't even believe his mic is hooked up. I think he just uses the mic as a prop. It's possible. My mic is hooked up, but in the filter of it, I have another microphone in it. a smaller microphone that goes in, you know, the little cap that goes on top of the microphone, the little foam piece, and it's wireless because my microphone is not wireless. So when I do use my microphone, I actually put a wireless mic in my microphone. Crazy as that sounds. That way, when I'm using it, it has no cord and it's actually a microphone. Right. So I think he's just holding the microphone. I could be wrong. It could work, but he's holding it like way out here. And, you know, the volume don't seem to be changing when he's moving the mic around. So I don't know if he's, you know, I don't know how serious this guy takes his true crime, but, you know, you got to remember, guys, that I was in Georgia standing in front of a landfill for days until they found, you know, Quentin Simon. And then when I heard this, you know, it's like a bad nightmare that comes back. You know, the baby's been thrown in a dumpster. Because a lot of people believe that, you know, this is just theories. Now, you know, we talk a little rumors. We can talk theories now. Some people believe he needs a pimp mic, a pimp mic, right? He needs a damn lowrider bicycle. I don't know what he needs, right? Now, if he rolled up on a lowrider's bicycle and jumped off like, Holmes, I'm going to bring you the news, fool, I'd be sold. He would be my favorite newscaster ever. The real JR investigates to get to the truth. He would be all over it. Well, JR hasn't been out on the scene a lot lately. JR is a lot different than the JR we seen even a year ago. You know, a lot different content, a lot different things, you know. And listen, I'm glad the man is doing that. That's what Dolly does. I go to the scenes, I try to get to the truth, and I think the best way to do that is to be there, right? He's on location, so he's going to get information, he's going to get rumors, he's going to get stuff from people that may not be saying it on the internet. You got to remember, like, everybody's not on the internet. We are, because we're in the true crime. We're in this kind of niche of true crime. But like when you go out to, like, even let's just say any case I've been to, most of the people on the street that I meet are not YouTubers. They're not on YouTube. They may occasionally watch YouTube, but they're not every day YouTubing it. You know what I'm saying? And I was given so much information every time I go to these cases. That's why I go, to get this type of information that you can't get on the internet. And you got to remember, Quentin Simon started off as a rumor, right? What did I bring y'all? I said, listen, they're telling me that this baby was thrown into the trash. And I reported that before any national news channel, for any news channel. This baby is in the dumpster. He's been thrown away at that trailer park. And I knew this because locals that lived in that trailer park were telling me that the police came there. They took the footage. They believed the baby was thrown away. So before the police reported it, before the media was reporting it, I was reporting that Quentin Simon was thrown away in the dumpster. JR seems cool. No Dolly though. Love Dolly. I am the best. Okay. I'm just at the best at what I do. I'm never wrong. Okay. Sometimes, but not very much. So you got to take these rumors as seriously, because sometimes these rumors turn into the truth, and it may take a little bit. You may hear it from some weirdo like me, and then 30 minutes later, boom, it's on the news, you know, but I haven't been able to verify any of that. But a lot of people are thinking that the child may have died of a heat stroke in the car at the football game. And when the mother checked on him, he was dead. She panicked, had to come up with something. And she came up with the let me go to the Big Five and act like, you know, I was mugged and somebody kidnapped the baby. Now, we all know that's a bullshit story. It don't even make sense. The family defending her don't make sense. The grandma seems like she don't know. I don't want to give the grandma a hard time, because the grandmother actually looks like the only one that is really grieving. But, you know, from what people are telling me, she already has one other son in prison for like murder or something horrible. And now her next son has been charged with, you know, she's having kids that are murdering people allegedly, you know, and which is a horrible situation. So how easy can we really go on grandma? If she's done gave birth to a bunch of damn killers, like, lady, I don't know what is going on, but it's definitely not a good thing. At this point, guys, I don't want to be a bearer of bad news or doom and gloom. I do not believe this child is with us. Dolly, can you give the Vato credit by posting his YouTube link? He's not a YouTuber. He is a TikToker. Okay. He is a TikToker that is on the scene in On the Terra, I believe. I don't speak Spanish. Is the channel right there? You see it on the screen. That is the Vato channel. I don't know. That's the homies channel right there. Me and him are homies. Would I do a newscast with him? Absolutely. Because you know me, I like a little comedy with my news, and he's definitely a character. And let me tell you one thing on the internet. What makes you stand out is being a little bit of a character, that you're unique, right? That you're different than everybody else. Like, listen, I could have came up here and made a true crime channel that was just as like everybody's, real serious, to the point, you know, but that's not entertaining to me, right? I want a character when I'm watching. I want somebody to entertain me, make me laugh. You know, I want to feel all the emotions, not just, you know, bored watching you about because you putting me to sleep with your news, right? I want a little bit of entertainment with my news. And you can't tell me that fellow right there, the Vato, the homie, he ain't a little entertaining. I don't care for TikTok either. My teens, it's a teen thing. I get, yes, YouTubers, us older people have took over the YouTuber streets, and the young people, they kind of like that kind of style of stuff. So I'm sure he has 3,000 likes on that video. 3,000 likes. I'm hard to get 300 likes. We got 1,700 people in the room right now. How many likes do I got? I'm about to rage quit on y'all, and I got some more information I was going to share. But if I ain't at 1,000 likes, I'm rage quitting, and I'm going to go watch Shameless on Netflix. Okay? How many likes we got? Somebody let me know, so my head can explode. Right? It better be 1,000. It better be at 600. What? 620? Okay. Let's take a second. Let's get that over 1,000. All right. I ain't saying nothing else till we at 1,000. Y'all go ahead. Y'all like the video. And then I'll give y'all the rest of the news that I had for you. But I'm rage quitting if we don't hit 1,000. And in the next couple minutes, I'm out. I'm out. All right. I'm out. I'm getting me a low rider bicycle, and I'm going to go hang out with the homie, and we're going to do our thing. Okay. I better see some likes thumbing up this damn video. I ain't even got no DNA on file. We at 754. That's a little bit better. Okay. I want to feel the love up in this thing. Okay. If not, I'm going to do a drive-by with the homies. You don't need it. I'm going to drive by your house and sleep on your couch. You don't want that. All right. You don't want to eat your food. I'm going to be grilling in your backyard. You can come home. I'm going to be throwing a party. Drink up all your brew. All you had to do was like the video. All you had to do was like, and you couldn't even do it. Now, I ain't giving y'all the best news I had yet. Okay. I had something good for y'all too. Y'all ain't even getting it. Y'all had to work for it. All right. Like Dolly does. I had to set up the whole studio, get ready. I had to get out the swimming pool. I could still be in the pool, swimming around doing the backstroke. All right. My dog will not let you on the couch. Okay, we got 752 likes. All right, all right. We ain't moving along until we get to at least 1,000. There's almost 2,000 people in the room. We should have at least 1,500 likes. I could give half of you a break, you know, but all of you, nah. It's like walking in my house and you didn't ring the damn doorbell. You didn't even knock. You didn't even wipe your damn feet off, you rude ass people. Okay, rude. We had 879. I'm working for these. Listen, this is all about spreading awareness for these missing people that you see here in the stories. And that's why I don't want to sound like a car salesman, like the video. I have to talk you into it. But when you come in the room, guys, just do me a favor. Just hit the like button. All right, 933, 917. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. So, you know, to clear up these rumors, like I said, I went and dug into the national channels that have been covering it, and I've been updating it on my screen to see if anything pops up. At this time, I do not believe the rumors. Okay. I just want to clear that, you know, we're talking rumors, but I do not. Sounds like an auction now. Going once, going twice. Do I hear 1,000? Do I hear 1,001? Do I hear 1,002, 1,002, 1,003, 1,003, 964? I see a bid for 946. Can I hear 947, 947, 948? Where we at? Okay. I don't believe the rumors that are going around right now. I definitely don't. People are just trolling and saying things that are not true. And here's the thing about that is, do they realize this is a 7-month-old baby? I can see trolling some things on the internet and understand people want to have fun and get a reaction out of people. But I don't think true crime is the place to be trolling people. There's so many different niches. And, like if you go over to, let's just say any niche has trolls. UFC. You'll go into a UFC chat room, which is the Ultimate Fighting Championship, and people will be posting, "Rest in peace, Joe Rogan." Like Joe Rogan died. Joe Rogan ain't dead, okay? But every channel you go into, the trolls will be posting, "Rest in peace, Joe Rogan." The bad thing about that is, if one day if Joe Rogan really dies, nobody's going to believe it, okay? And a prime example is this girl that died from apparently getting eaten by an orca. I watched it, and then I watched another video of the girl alive, and she said, "I didn't get eaten by an orca." But with AI video out these days, you can never tell what is real on the internet and what is fake. Thank you for the 1,000. Let's see if we can I hear 1,500? Do I hear 1,500 likes? So I still don't know if the damn girl has been eaten by an orca, right? I honestly don't. I've been looking for days and I see different videos that say different things. And I don't know where people got on the damn trend to, let's say this girl got eaten by an orca, or if she did get eaten by an orca. It's confusing. It's just like, if you watching the internet to believe anything, you can't. So when I heard that, they found the baby, I was like, well, let me dig and see what I can find. And I found, of course, Devato, the homie, right? And he was talking about it. And I was like, okay, well, there's something to it. If it's other people are talking about it too, maybe let me check it out. And then he said it's just allegedly. Now, I don't know if he did any checking into it, but I did. And like I said, I couldn't find it on one national news source that he found them, because you can believe, here's the thing, that this has been all over the news. It's all over the internet. If this baby had been found, I believe they would have came out and told the public. But I never know. They could be like, they had found Quentin and they didn't instantly come out and say they found Quentin. Okay. They didn't, as soon as they found Quentin, they didn't say it. It took them a while to say they had found him. And even when they knew he was in the dumpster, it took them a while to say, hey, he was in the dumpster. Now, will it come out that this child has been thrown away somewhere? I think it's possible. Right now, there was people, let's talk more rumors. There was people at the football field allegedly saying they never saw this baby at the football field. It is alleged that Jake's previous wife, he has the boy with that plays football, never seen the baby and hadn't seen the baby in weeks. Okay, weeks. How long ago was this baby gone? How long has Emmanuel accidentally been missing? Leanne, thank you so much for donating to the channel and feeding Dolly. All right. Jumping on the Blessed Express. You ain't rocking with the best unless you on the Express. And Leanne, you on the Express. Let's get you a good seat, buckle up. So is Army Mom. Army Mom sitting right beside you. I researched the orca, not true report found. You had me curious. Army Mom, thank you. Because I was curious too, and I couldn't figure out, there's so many different videos of orcas eating people on TikTok. I'm like, do young people want real news, or do they want Inquirer news? You remember the Inquirer Bat Boy had a baby and it flew off from the hospital, stuff like that. Just crazy stories that are just lies, basically. But I guess satire, they would call it the Inquirer or the Sun. Was it the Sun, the Global News, or whatever it was? And they would always come out with these different crazy ass stories that were just, basically bullshit. Aliens abduct somebody and they come back with twins or triplets. You know what I'm saying? Orcas have been attacking boats and sunk a bunch. Okay. I'm not an orca expert. I was just somehow got stuck on TikTok, and I'm big on these shorts, because as Americans, it was a son. We got really short attention spans, and I think kids these days, younger people, they got even shorter attention spans. They want all their information in 8 seconds. Okay. 8 seconds. That's how long you got to keep their attention, right? 8 seconds. That's all you get. 10 tops, right? And then they're on to something totally different. So whereas I'm a little bit older, I still have a short attention span, but I don't think I can even digest the information in 10 seconds. Nothing is true on TikTok. That's what I'm saying. It's like when you see something on TikTok, do you even believe it? Right? Because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's what my thing is I pray to God these rumors ain't true. But let me tell you this. When I say this, I do not believe this baby is with us anymore. I do not believe that they hid this baby, because in a lot of missing kids cases, so many people think the kids have been sold into trafficking, or the church. A lot of people believe the church be kidnapping all the babies. CPS is selling kids. I've heard every conspiracy you can hear around missing kids. And I don't believe this to be none of the cases in the disappearance of Emmanuel Haro. I believe that the father was a very abusive man. Just his criminal record alone says that. Domestic violence charges, abuse charges against a child, where people are alleging that he beat a child so bad that the child has brain damage. Revocation of bond, which was his last charge, where he was caught with a firearm by a convicted felon. He has court September 2nd. And these are facts. Okay, this ain't rumor. This is some truth to it. We do know the police have searched the house. We do know the police were digging. We do know the police have a video that they have acquired. We don't know where that video is from. There's a lot of speculation. Was it from somewhere around the Big Five? Was it from the neighbor's house across the street from their house? You know, we just don't know what's on this video. The police have this, and they're not asking for the help of the public anymore. So what does that mean? If they're not looking for nobody and they got their eyes on the parents, it just seems like it's a matter of proving that the parents done it. Okay. So I'm going to play this gentleman's video one more time, just in case you're tuning in and you wondering what
we have now made.
What the hell we are talking about here. We're talking about the rumors that have been circulating on the internet. The baby's been found. And once one person says it, you know, another person will hear it. And they'll
Riverside County disposal site here at
hold on.
Canyon Land.
And then other people will see it and they'll think it's true. And then they'll start posting. And then this is how these rumors catch fire. And then when you get a bunch of people posting it, people believe it's true because they've seen it in a few different places. Right. So then they start to believe that these rumors are true. And then everybody runs with it. And then they're putting out bad information. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to report that this baby's been found until the baby's been found. But I am going to speak on the rumors of it because I believe the baby may be in a dumpster. He may be in a lake. He could be already in the landfill. We don't know when this baby went missing. Okay, that's the bad problem. Dolly, please do a side-by-side of proved guilty parents and Emmanuel's parents, KP and CP, Don and Candace Wells. You know they are all full of doo-doo. Yes. I mean, of course, we haven't heard nothing from Chris and Katie in the last 5 months. All right. They used to pop on channels and, you know, and try to push their narrative. We haven't seen that. Don and Candace have been staying pretty quiet, but I have to say, Don and Candace have been taking parts in different things for missing kids, which is weird to see. So I think they're trying to change their image up on the internet. They even told me that, you know, they're so hated on the internet. Everybody believes they're guilty. And so I guess they're trying to paint themselves out to be good people. And I think it's two different situations. I think Summer Wells accidentally died and they covered it up. Sebastian Rogers, I don't think Sebastian Rogers accidentally died and they're covering up. There's more to the Sebastian Rogers case than there is to Summer Wells. That's my opinion. But are they all full of doo-doo? Absolutely. Extremely. And I believe actions speak volumes. And when parents are not showing the actions, they're not cooperating, or they're not giving media interviews, or they're not searching There's something to this. And we know in this case of Emmanuel, and I'm going to add his picture to the site by tomorrow. I don't even have him up there yet. So there's something to it, because the parents, when they were confronted with this video, they chose to shut up, lawyer up, and not cooperate. So say you don't want to say nothing to the police. I get that, right? Because the police are accusing you. But why not the media? The media hasn't accused this family of anything. Nothing. And the police have come out and not give us any details, but they did come out to let us know that these people are not cooperating. I mean, what's the odds of an abusive person, kid, being just kidnapped? And there was a lot of inconsistencies. Like, she never called her husband to tell him the kid was kidnapped. Right? Just like Katie never called Seth to say, hey, Sebastian's been kidnapped. She never called the husband and said, hey, our baby's been kidnapped. I'm at the Big Five. She didn't show back up. And the husband said, they say the husband started worrying and he called her. She gets knocked out. Instead of getting up and getting on her phone and calling 911, she runs in the store to see if anybody's seen anything. And when they said no, she didn't see anything, then, well, my kid's been kidnapped. If somebody would have said, yeah, I seen you out there rolling around on the ground by yourself, no kid, would she have reported the kidnapping? Possibly not. And there's rumors. Now, these are not more rumors. And I'm going to tell you when stuff's rumors and when things are theories. You know, we're just talking theories, but this is a rumor that they believe that these people went in there, and this is what people are alleging, that they went in there and said their car was broken into, and they told them, well, we don't have cameras. And they knew that store didn't have cameras because they had previously been to that store. That was not their first time at the Big Five. Now, like I said, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. But what I do know is true is they do have this video. Like I said, we don't know what's on that video, but we know that the video proves that she's lying. And if you just ask me my opinion, Dolly, what's on the video, I would say, I think the video is them leaving the house and they don't see the kid with them. So they know this kid wasn't there, so they know she's lying. Now, or it's a video from right outside of the Big Five, from another store or service area or traffic light camera that shines a little light on the situation also. And that's the only way they can prove she's lying, because she didn't take a lie detector test. So if they're saying, hey, you're lying, whatever's on that video does not align with what she has told the authorities. Why haven't the police arrested her for lying to authorities would be the $1 million question to me. I guess they're just trying to build the case at this point. But you can believe at some point the parents of these children are going to jail. All right. But this, if you're just tuning in, this is the video that we're talking about.
Landfill on the Tira. New reports have now came in through social media accounts that quite possibly little Emmanuel Haro was found in a dumpster somewhere in the county, which leads us here to the Lamb Canyon landfill. Now, I don't know if these reports are accurate or not. Obviously, the landfill closed today, so we can't ask any personnel if any deputies have been up here conducting any investigations, or if in fact they found little Emmanuel here on the Tira. We pray and hope that all you fools out there are not
All
using
you
this
fools.
just for your own benefit, because there's real lives at stake here, especially little Emmanuel. And so if
Okay,
in fact
Tammy,
you are going to put out information, even if it's not confirmed, please say allegedly. Please let the people know that you do not have the facts, as don't I, homie. But I never claim to do so. I let you fools know exactly what's happening here through our inside sources and our constituents feeding us this information so that you at home can make your own educated guess, determination, conclusion, whatever it is you want to call it, homie. Just
whatever
know
you want
that
to
if
call it
in
on
fact
me.
you want to be a reporter out here like the face of the internet, then please, I beg of you,
The face.
treat the job responsibly, work, have ethics.
You can't see me, homie. Okay. You can't see Dolly. All right. I am the face of the internet. All right. You are the Hispanic JLR investigates. All right? That's too, y'all guys are too funny tonight. But the situation's not funny. This kid is out there somewhere. And it's going to be one of these situations where the parents have done something. Dolly, you're at 2.1K. What's the big news, the major info? Well, if you're coming in, we're talking about the rumors that are circulating through the internet that the baby was found in a dumpster, but we have not been able to confirm that with any major news source. I believe this is people trolling and it's just spread. Okay. So, this is the situation in in a case like this, that weirdos come out of the woodwork. Now, I ain't calling the homie here, right, a weirdo, because I like what he does. I like the fact that, some people don't trust the news. The news is not relatable to them. And we know the news lies, or they have certain agendas. And so people, believe it or not, have looked to alternative news sources, which created a job for the likes of the homie here, right? And it's a good thing. Even me, people watch me, and so I appreciate what he's doing. And at least he was on enough to go, okay, this is allegedly, but he didn't fact check it, right? Which I did before I came up here. I said, okay, let me see if I can find this on any major news source. And it wasn't. So I'm thinking, okay, right now it's rumor. Can it turn to truth? Absolutely, because I believe this baby's not with us. So when you have let's just say a lie, when somebody creates a lie that is believable, right? When it's believable, that's when they catch fire, right? We're like, yeah, I think this could be possible. And then everybody starts talking about it. And my channel, we're good about saying, hey, we talk news, rumors, gossip, speculation, theories. We let you know, right? But every channel don't, right? There's some people up here that'll run news like it's true as shit and know it's BS, but they'll do it just for the clicks and views of it. And then that's how it spreads, because then somebody goes, well, I seen it on this channel. It got to be true. Well, I've seen 10 people say it, but does that make it true? That could be one person with 10 accounts that's trolling. These people have so much time on their hands while they're locked in their mama's basements that they just come up with stuff, and I don't think it's good. I don't think it helps the case, especially for us people that are investigating the case, or armchair detectives or sleuths or whatever you want to, the true crime community. It really kind of sets us back a little bit, because we know the story's going to end bad, right? Is it going to end with the baby in the dumpster? Is it going to end with the baby's been buried? Is it going to be ended with, it's going to end, and it's going to end bad. He has less lawsuits than JLR. I'm pretty sure he does. Okay. The homie's probably spent less time in prison. So to be honest with you. But listen, I appreciate anybody that walks the walk and just don't sit on YouTube and talk the talk. If you're going to get up here and talk about it, be about it. Go out to these places, put in the work, boots on the ground, earn your stripes. And the homie here, he's doing that. JLR has done that. Dolly has done that. It's other people up here that just sit on their ass and don't really even give a damn about what's going on. And then they act like they're the most caring people and pray with you, is the people that I cannot stand. I hate a fake ass person. Okay. The homie looked like he's legit. He looked like he got his chains on. You know what I'm saying? He got his mic with no batteries in it, and he's living his best life. I can appreciate that. He got off his ass to do this story. Okay. He could have did it sitting right on his damn low rider bicycle, but he didn't. He got out there and he's in the heat and he's putting in work. Let's take bets how long JLR has a mic prop. Okay. JLR will hold that phone for 3 straight hours. Okay. Well, here we go. Breaking news, breaking news. The mother of this child is, for I know his arm be cramped. He probably walks around the house like this. arm locked into place and shit. Magnolia is probably trying to pull his arm out. He holds that phone forever. Okay, forever. I don't know. Hispanic JLR is a compliment. Yeah, JLR works hard. I'm not going to take nothing from JLR. He's on top of things. He is a YouTuber. He spends his time ready to rock and roll. He's in front of the camera always. Me, I think I'm a little bit more busy or of a person. Plus I like to enjoy my summer. I like to swim. I like to go skateboarding. There's a lot of things that I like to do, and I can't always 100% be here to bring you the breaking news right now, any minute that news breaks. Because sometimes I'm out eating, I'm out skateboarding, I'm at the beach, I'm swimming in the pool. I might be sitting at the tiki bar in the back. So all this time, I don't really have that much time. But in the winter, I'm going to bring y'all everything. When it gets cold, I'm just a little less active in the summertime. JR holds the phone, but that's his signature move. Right. I ain't holding no damn phone for that long. I ain't holding anything for that long. I'm lazy. Y'all don't get that from me. Y'all get me sitting at the desk like I don't even do the spirit fingers. That's just too much. That's too much, even for me. But as of now, we don't know if it's true about any of this. Like we're hearing today from a lot of sources that they may have found blood. A lot of YouTubers have reported, even me, like, hey, they're saying they found blood. But it's all allegedly. It's all allegedly. But what we do know is it won't be long before arrest is made. Tiki bar, how cool. Yes, I built a really nice tiki bar in my backyard off of my deck. So my deck is like tri-level. You go out the back door, then you go up a level and it takes you into the swimming pool. And then you go down a level and it takes you into a big deck where I have lawn chairs, table, like the tiki umbrella. And then I have my tiki bar built, and it has like the tiki statues. It has like the flat screen TV. And it has Beetlejuice as the bartender. I don't think I've ever showed y'all Beetlejuice as the bartender, but Beetlejuice just stays there, right? As like he's the bartender behind the bar. So Beetlejuice is my bartender in my tiki bar. So yeah, I've been working on my backyard. This is way off topic, but somebody asked me about the tiki bar. Is I've been working on my backyard all summer, and I'm pretty proud of the work I've done. It looks really, really good. My deck is huge. Like I said, it leads you to the pool. It leads you to the tiki bar. It's tri-level, so it's 3 levels to the deck. But I spent most of the summer in my free times when I wasn't live streaming with you guys, building all that stuff. And I'm kind of proud because when I look at it, I know I built it myself. I'm sure a contractor might have made it a little bit nicer than I could have. But for me building it, it is really nice. It's really nice. It looks really good. We need to see Beetlejuice. Yeah, I have to show that to you next time I stream from the backyard. It's been so hot that I haven't streamed from the tiki bar lately, but maybe sometime this week I will do a stream from the tiki bar. Sit out there and I call it grilling and chilling, true crime grilling and chilling, where I'll be out there grilling but going over true crime cases with y'all as I'm cooking. And of course, sipping and tipping is what I like to call it. So I'll be out there sipping and tipping, grilling and chilling, and then still bringing you guys true crime. We may do something like that coming up soon once it cools off a little bit. Jimmy, it screwed me again. I had to renew my membership. It says I've only been a member for 23 months. That makes no sense. You have been here a long time, Stony Stone, and thanks for being here with us.
Morality and just overall concern, credibility, respect, and above all, compassion, homie. So from the landfill at Lambs Canyon, where we cannot confirm nor deny that whoever's putting these stories about little Emmanuel being found in a dumpster are true, because if my mind's right, homie, I will ask myself, if the sheriff's department did in fact find this little boy, even yesterday, even today,
thank you, Keisha.
Don't you think they would have put it out there on the tira so that all of us could start chasing our own culos, homie, on the tira? And not only us, but there's hundreds of manpower. They would have press conference forthwith. They wouldn't wait until tomorrow for developments today, homie. I've been around these cases long enough to know that I call bullshit.
Bullshit.
And so from Lambs Canyon, homie, Ahmed Belloso, we pray for the safety and return of the little boy, but I'm not giving no hope. Not yet, homie. I'm the tira, Ahmed Belloso from Lambs Canyon. Now back to these sick ass fools. I'm the tira.
Okay. There y'all have it. So that's what we've been discussing since we started the stream, is just some of the rumors that have been circulating, you know, because I truly believe that the whole story, thank you for being mighty, for being a new member. Yes. And somebody asked, was I going to open the phone lines? Yes, I'm going to open the phone lines. I just wanted to go over the latest rumors in the case. Now, like I said, I've checked. I cannot verify any of that. So I do not think this child, oh yeah, fake Mike. I do not think this child was found. I'm not positive if they found blood in the house. Now, here's the thing about the blood. If they found blood, that don't instantly mean it's Emmanuel's blood. All right. Somebody else could have cut themselves, anything in the house. But people are alleging, and even the gentleman we just watched, that blood was found possibly in the laundry room of the house, that cadaver dogs hit on the laundry room. Now, I don't think the kid died in the car. I think this child has passed away at the home due to abuse at some point, possibly a week before this. And I would like to see some proof of life that this kid was alive the day of that football game. Now, if y'all give me 1 second, I will open up the phone lines for you, and you can call in and you can give me your thoughts on this case. Homie, okay? You can give me your thoughts, homie. Let me open them. Let me put the number up on the screen for you guys. All right, that is the call-in number on the screen. Call-in number 757-797-6694. Give us your thoughts on this. Is this a real kidnapping? Did these parents unalive their own child and covering up? When will the arrest come? That is my questions for you. And what do you think about these rumors? You know, let's just pray it is rumors, but I want to be hopeful that the kid's alive. But we know a 7-month-old can't take care of themselves. One day they'll figure it out. Keep it up, bro. Got you. Thank you so much, Stony Stone, and welcome to the DOLLY Express. You ain't blessed unless you on the DOLLY Express and you just got yourself a ticket. All right. $2 drive is alive. We're filling this train up and we just chugging down the tracks. Homie, call in. Okay. Yeah, the homie can call in. I mean, I can't understand a lot of his Spanish because I don't know Spanish, and he mixes English and Spanish together. Dolly, love your channel. Getting on Blessed. Thank you for being on the Blessed Express. You know, you're rocking with the best when you on the Express. Get you a good seat before they fill up. The Cali Vato should call in. Okay. Well, I don't know if he's watching. You know, if he is watching, he's more than welcome to call in. I talk to him. I like what he does. You know, I respect it. You know, it's a little bit different than your traditional news, but still somebody's out there reporting. Dolly. Hello. Can you hear me? All right. Going once, going twice. No sale. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey, what's up, Chief?
Do we know their address, the parents?
Do I know the exact address? I don't personally. But you know, we've seen video from live video from the house.
Yeah.
You know, it's in the desert area and it's right across from the casino. I mean, they landmarked it pretty good without giving the address. I'm sure we could find it.
Yeah, I'll get on that.
Yeah, I mean, look it up and we'll pull it up on Google Maps if anybody knows. I mean, I know the general area that they said, but I don't know exactly.
And I also heard that the father is not citizen of the United States.
I heard
He
the
is
same
a
thing too.
citizen of the Mexican.
I heard that the same that he wasn't even in the country legal, but the thing is
Yeah.
this: he has so many charges, he has to be legal because if he wasn't, they would have already sent him back.
Yeah.
So I'm
Could
thinking
this
I'm
turn
thinking
in?
legal, but I've
Do
heard
you think ICE could get involved?
say that one more time.
Do you think ICE could get involved at
I
some
mean,
point?
if he wasn't sent back with all them criminal charges, then I think he's legal. I mean, ICE can't get involved with you if you're legal. And we know he has American kids, so he's been here for a minute. So I'm not sure if he's legal or illegal. Right now, I think the most important thing is don't send him anywhere. Let's send his ass to prison, not back to Mexico or wherever he's from. Some people don't believe he's Mexican. Some people think he's from like India or something. I don't know. His name is damn Jake. I mean, does he look like a Jake to you?
Well, I mean, come on. Anybody could get a fake ID nowadays. There are plenty of them going around.
Yeah, I can't tell what nationality he is. I mean, I thought at first Latino, Spanish, something. I mean, I'm not quite sure. I mean, I don't want to misgender countryfy somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm
thinking if this is something real that this baby was taken, could this be a MS-13 thing, a cartel thing?
The baby ain't been taken though. That is the craziest story I've ever heard. So I mean, if it was the baby was kidnapped, then yeah, it could possibly be something like that. But anytime something happens with immigrant Mexicans, everybody always thinks it's the cartel. Like the cartel is just getting everybody. But I don't know if the cartel is that active in the United States as people like to seem like it is. We don't see the same type of violence here in this country that they see in Mexico.
I remember when California was nice back in the 80s. I've been there plenty of times.
I've never been to California. I am going to go this summer.
I want to take a vacation there. I hardly even like going back to New York.
New York's just so busy. It's so busy and so many people, and it's small. Like, I mean, not upstate, because of course, New York City is a lot of people in a small area. Upstate New York is absolutely beautiful. New York, the city is a little like, oh my God, this is too much. But when you get upstate New York, it's one of the most beautiful places around. Like, especially up near Niagara Falls and stuff like that. It is so beautiful. The air just you can breathe. Like where I'm at in Virginia, you can't breathe. I don't know what it is. There's no air in the air. But when you get upstate New York and stuff like that, the air is just so much fresher. It's the trees, I think, and the water.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's them pines, them northern pines.
Yeah, it just makes the air feel so much cleaner.
And that salt air also helps.
And I think the water purifies the air too, like the falls, because you can just breathe so much better. I was just like, I felt like, man, I was like, I got there and I was like, I feel like I can breathe so much better. Like my oxygen level just felt better.
I could take you to some glacier springs and you could drink the water right out of the ground, ice cold.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, up there.
Well, just pray for a miracle, because to find this kid alive at this point, that's what we would need, Chief. And
absolutely,
I don't want to give up hope, but you know, I live in the real world, and there's that little, you know, devil on my shoulder going, Dolly, you know, this kid ain't with us. Stop telling them people that stuff. But and that devil on my little shoulder here, he's probably right, you know, because there's so many evil people in this world that don't have no respect for human life. And this dude, honestly, should have never been around kids whatsoever. All right, you be good, Chief.
You too, Dolly.
All right,
good night.
Yeah, like some of these monsters, they should have never been allowed to be around children. It is absolute horrible. And this is what happens when you let kids around. Dolly.
Hey, how you doing, Dolly?
I'm doing pretty good. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Oh, My name is Bob, and I live in California.
What's up, Bob?
How are you? Am I live?
Yeah, you're absolutely live.
Cool. Yeah, I enjoy your show. I enjoy PJ and stuff like that.
Thank you.
I'm very familiar. I lived in California all my life.
Uh-huh.
Very familiar with the area out there next to the Morongo Casino, which is Cabazon area.
Uh-huh.
It's maybe 20 minutes away from Palm Springs, 25 minutes at the most.
Uh-huh.
Very desolate area. There's not a lot out there. It's right next to Beaumont. If you search it on Google Maps, there was a gentleman I was watching a show earlier that had the address of the residence.
Uh-huh.
It was a strange address. It was a 5 digits. I should have wrote it down. I believe the name of the road was TAOS, I believe.
TAOS?
TAOS. And actually, they, what threw me off is they kept saying Yucaipa, and that's basically the Cabazon area, where you could see, and when that Hispanic gentleman was doing the show and looking at the house and stuff like that. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Okay. So you could see the Morongo Casino in the background, right?
How do you say it? Morongo? Morongo Casino?
Morongo Casino.
Okay.
I would say from watching his little clip there, it's maybe a couple miles away from that Morongo Casino, which is actually Cabazon.
Uh-huh.
That's what kind of threw me off, because I lived in Palm Springs for a number of years, about 6 years. And I have a daughter still lives out in the desert area. But yeah, I find it quite interesting, the whole story. I've been following a little bit, which I like the true crime stuff. And I find it quite interesting that not a whole lot has been brought up with his family members, the grandmother, and I believe his sister. They haven't talked about his background at all, which he's got a super shady background. I really don't care about the illegal immigrant, if he's here illegally or not.
Yeah.
His past is like brutal, what he's supposedly done to his other child. But yeah, it's all shady. The bruises on the gal's face and stuff like that, those aren't shiners that just happened a couple of days ago. She'd have a lot more swelling in the nose area and stuff like that if that just happened. Those are old bruises, and I think she's a battered woman, to be quite honest with you, Dolly.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. That you can see that she's been abused.
Well, you can see her in the interview. She's a little shaken. I mean, of course, everybody would be shaken in a moment like this, but she's very uncomfortable. It seems like she doesn't know what to say.
Yeah. Did I lose you?
What do you think?
I think that, she's just repeating a story that it's rehearsed. And when she's crying, she's not actually crying, that she's whining, and there's no tears. So I believe I don't think the baby was ever at the store or even ever at the football game. I believe whatever happened in this situation happened prior, maybe around the time she got that black eye, and they just wanted, the baby hadn't been seen in a while, so they had to report something, and they came up with that wild ass story that she was hit in the back of the head. Have you ever seen somebody hit punched in the back of the head that didn't need medical attention, that had a black eye, and it was never touched in the face with no swelling, no redness? So I just think it was all lies, and they're covering it because something happened to this baby. I don't know if it was medical or they beat the baby to death, but with his criminal record, I would think it's some type of abuse for sure.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I don't buy the whole thing. And now they've lawyered up. Of course they're going to lawyer up and stuff like that. That totally makes sense. But it's all shady. I think it was this gentleman. I don't even know if I would call him a gentleman.
Uh-huh.
Abusive person, I should say. That it's a big cover up. And that area out there, Dolly, is so desolate. It's all desert. It's all desert. There's no trees. It's like right now, it's probably even this time of night, because I'm in California right now, so it's about 10:25. Right now in Palm Springs, we're talking, it's like 105 during the day.
Yeah, I was in Vegas last summer, and I'm from Virginia. It gets, top, it might get as 104, 105 degrees here, but humidity's bad. I was in Vegas. It was 125 degrees. And I looked out the window of my hotel at like 2:30 in the morning. And I looked up at the sign and it said it was 111 degrees at 2:30 in the morning. I was like, damn, it's hot, right? It is a scorcher. So I don't know how people live like that. I can do it for a few days, but I don't know how people permanently live in temperatures like that. It's unbelievable. I guess you get used to it like anywhere else, like I'm used to the humidity here. But when I was in Vegas, the air is so dry, it's hot, and there's no humidity that after about 3 days, my nose would drop and I start to get nosebleeds. It happened to me both times. No, three times.
Dry.
Yeah, all 3 times that I went to Vegas, 3 days in, I started having massive nosebleeds. And my nose don't never bleed. It's just no moisture and it dry. I felt like a cactus when I left. So I'm an East Coast baby. I need to be on the water where there's moisture. Okay. I need to be watered every now and then. I can't live that. My sister lives there in Vegas in the desert. I don't know how she does it. I just don't know how she does it.
Yeah, it's warm. It's warm. We're talking right now, we're talking August, middle of August. So, during the day it's the prime of the day is 115.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, there's so many places to hide a body. Just like I said, in Vegas, you look out, there's miles and miles of deserts in all direction. Like, where would you even start to look if somebody buried something?
Well, that's how it is. That's how it is out there in that area. I mean, of course, if you drive these, I've driven out there. I don't, throughout I'm in my mid 60s. So I lived out in Palm Springs for about 6 years, and I lived in LA originally, but I would take that drive. I would take the 91 east, and then pick up on the 60 Riverside, and it would cut through the Riverside Mountains, and it would drop off into the Beaumont area to the 10 freeway, and that's exactly where his house was, off the 10 freeway, from this gentleman that was doing the little cast earlier. But if you drive down, so if you follow it, the 91 to the 60, you'll go through the Riverside Mountains. It'll drop off to the 10, and then the 10 will take you right into Beaumont, and then it'll hit you to Banning, and then it'll go into Cabazon, which is where the Morongo Casino is. Okay. So it's like I said earlier, it's about 20, 25 minutes away from Palm Springs area. So it's all desert. There's so much land out. There's nobody out there. My mom lived in Beaumont in a retirement community for years. So I used to take that drive all the time. But it's built a little bit in a couple areas, Beaumont, Banning and stuff like that. Yeah, the strip malls. There's a big, what do you call them? The out mall, the big malls. Outlet mall. There's a big outlet right there in Cabazon also. So I'm wondering if because I have 2 grandboys that played football also, they're in high school. So the weather out there, I don't even know how my daughter lets them in play out there, but because the heat, because I played football also, but out there, it's 110 degrees and 115, the kids are out there. Yeah. But they're supposed to have a cutoff at like 107 degrees. They're not supposed to practice. Quite interesting, which is pretty warm. But anyway, now I'm getting thrown off my game. But yeah, but there's so much area out there, Dolly, that, I mean, this poor child, I pray to God that he's still alive and everything will come out positive. But unfortunately, I just don't trust this couple at all, or the grandmother, or anything else. And there's no way that they're telling us the truth, dude. Yeah. All right. Well, look, we all know this. Hey, I appreciate you calling in. Okay. You have a nice evening. I'll go back to watching you. Bob from California, and you have a wonderful night, sir. You too, Bob. Peace. Thank you. Guys, I seen people posting the address. Could somebody copy that address and send it to my Facebook real quick for me? And we'll pull it up on Google Maps. I've seen a couple different people posting it while I was talking, but I'm on StreamYard and it won't let me copy and paste here. Right. So that was Jake's Look at the Mom speaking, and it reminds me of CP and KP. It reminds me of Jen Soto and Stephen Stearns, how he's always behind her. He's always right there and he's whining but not crying.
So one of my mods go back and find where they posted the address and send that over to my Facebook, my Jimmy Jams TV Facebook, so I can pull up that. See, I just seen somebody else post it for right here. And I want to try to go to Google Earth and find it, but I want the whole address with the zip code if possible. Let me do this. Google, is it Google Maps? All right, let me pull this up and get Street View. All right, here we go. This is where they live. This is the street. Let's pull this over here. Let me share this screen. All right, let's do this. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go here. This is where they're at right here. I mean, it looks dry as a bone. This is the location of where this kid lived. All right, I guess the casino is over here somewhere. I want to pin that location because I want to be able to see what's around it. Yeah, there's the Coach outlet, bags, journeys, save up to 60%. So yeah, they're right near that casino. I would think it would be. I mean, look, there's all this land to hide something. So if you was going to hide a body, let's just say you did do something, there is so many places to hide it. Will give us a street view? Okay, here's a street view. Why is there a limo partner? Is this man a limo driver? This is basically the house right here of where they live. And I know Google Maps is kind of old with the photos, but this is the property. Huh, crazy. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Dolly, that's from 2019. Well, 6 years ago. Oh, well, maybe the person that lived there 6 years ago had a limo. But this is the field we've seen the gentleman in earlier. Remember when he was walking around in the field, he was right next to the house. But this is the home. And I mean, you think about it, it does have a beautiful view. Look at the mountains in the back. But there's just so much area. Like if they was to do wrong address, Dolly, that's not where police was. Okay, well, send me the right address then. This is damn short of road. Looks like a business dinner house. I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, it looks like a house to me. There's the casino in the back, right? So this is where the guy was reporting from because you can see the damn casino in the background. Okay. Ramana Street. Dolly, I sent you the correct address. Okay, hold on a second. Let me check my Facebook for the correct address. All right. Okay, I had the wrong house. Right road, wrong house. Let me copy this. Copy. All right. Okay. Now we got the right house. We were right on the right street, just not right in front of the right house. This is the right house, I guess. All right. According to you guys. Right here is the house. We were right there by it, though. You can see the casino. See the casino right there? Same building. We're on the right house. We're in the right area, just the wrong address. Okay. So this is the house that. So there is some trees, or some type of stuff in the yard. I don't look like a bad house. And this was taken in October 2019. These photos from Google. So nice neighborhood, I guess. I mean, it don't seem like a whole lot around, but don't seem too bad. Let's go this way. There's a man in the yard. I wonder who that man was. Can't tell, but it don't look like him. He looks like he's stealing somebody's microwave. Put my VCR back. Okay. They caught a robbery in progress on damn Google Earth. All right, let's go this way. We can get a view of the side. It's pretty much surrounded by trees. It's hard to see it. All right. It was right next door to the house with the limo, I think. So you really can't see. Let's go this way and see if you can see it. Let's see. I mean, you can see the house a little tiny bit, but it has a bunch of dead shrubs. It's the other house. Well, it's one of these damn two houses. We'll look at it. Y'all want to look at every. There's the limo, right? It's either here or here. one of those two, right? It's one of these two houses. All right. Someone docs Jake the snake. LOL. 2.2 watching. Thank you guys for being here with me. If you haven't, you're just tuning in. Like the video. And I mean, this kid could be anywhere out here in the desert. Let's go down the street. Let's take a little ride. Let's check the neighborhood out. When you go down here, and I mean, you just got fields and really nothing. If you was to hide somebody out here and bury them, you would never find them. Well, and you got to remember, if they're going to dump something, they're not going to go towards the casino, because the casino is going to have a bunch of cameras, right? So this is where the road splits, right here. And I mean, it's just nothing but dirt and desert and dead weeds. Pascal and JLR all showed the first house. Well, according to this, they don't live there. They live where the weeds are, not where the limo is. They live right here. Allegedly. I'm not quite sure, but that's what the address their house is. A lot of people are showing this, I guess. But it's really over here. Where you see that little thing with my cursor, y'all see it moving? There it is right there with the limo. And it just looks like the field the guy was in. But when he was looking into their yard, I didn't see a wooden fence. It was like a chain link fence when the guy was there. And this house has a chain link fence. See? Look at the video of the Vato that was doing the news report. He was standing in the field, and then there was a chain fence. I'm not sure. But this is the area. It's just to show you. I don't really care what house they live in. It's to show you the area that the child was from. Look at these fields and the mountain view. I mean, it's actually pretty, for a desert area. I mean, the mountains surrounding you. I sent you a video from the house from tonight. Okay. All right. Let me see. I don't know where you sent it to. Give me a second. Did you email it to me? No, I didn't get it in email. So, but either way, it don't actually. This is the road. Okay, we're good enough with the road. We know it's on this road. Okay, there ain't but so many damn houses on the road. You go up here and there's what is this up here? Okay, some type of resort area. Vehicles exit only. Desert Hills. I don't know what that is. But this is their road. That tree has been blocked out. It didn't want to be seen on Google Earth. Miss Mav is a 007. Okay. Okay, in fact, okay, you're talking about the reporter. You are on the wrong address. It is, in fact, on Ramona. Can they take cadaver dogs? Cadaver dogs have already been there. Definitely not good area for any type of DV assistance. I mean, you don't have a lot of neighbors. I mean, if you want to live somewhere, you don't want to. I'm one of them people. I don't like to have a bunch of neighbors. I think the less neighbors, the better. I don't want a bunch of people around. So, like I got one neighbor and I'm good with that, like, and then there's nobody on the right of me. There's nobody in the left of me. I got one neighbor across the street from me. And I talk to him every now and then. He's a nice guy, older guy, real quiet. They go to bed real early, never make no noise. They're great neighbors. It's just him and his wife, and they live in a big ass house with 2 people. I think they live in like a 6 bedroom, 4 bath house, and it's just the 2 of them. So, I mean, maybe they got that when family comes to visit or whatever, but I'll never see nobody there but them. But they got a big ass house just for 2 people. I mean, if you got it like that, more power to you. 5 kids. I got one neighbor I can see way up on a hill. You're surrounded by neighbors. Well, it is what it is. But, basically that's the general area we believe that this family lived. And you seen one desert, you seen them all. You seen one cactus, you seen every cactus. Like, it's the same thing when you're in Vegas. You look around, everything is desert, right? If you step 1 foot out that city, you in the desert. Right? So, I mean, you see some dead plants here. Dead plants look the same. The mountains look the same. It's hard to tell. It all looks the damn same. I live in the desert in Cali. We do have the sheriff out here. My dream is to have my nearest neighbor at least a quarter mile away. We've talked about that, me and PJ. If we was to get another house, where would we move? And there's an area where we live called Zuni. And Zuni is like cornfields and woods, and it just ain't a lot of people because there ain't a lot of jobs. If she worked remote, it would be fine, right? But she don't. She works at a desk just to show up. But me, I can YouTube from anywhere that has high speed internet. It don't take much. But as far as PJ, she can't. But it would be nice because them areas you don't have neighbors. You go down a damn mile road, and then when you get to the end of that road, it's your house. I mean, if somebody was intruders or something bad was to happen, yeah, you're in the middle of nowhere. But think about all the peace and privacy you get in an area like that, right? That can't be beat. But I like not having a lot of neighbors, but still being close enough to convenience. Like me, I only got the one neighbor really across the street. And I mean, I go a half a block down, I got neighbors, but on this block, it's just me and him. And I like being able to get to the 7-Eleven, a store pretty quickly. I don't want to ride an hour to go get a Slurpee. I want, 3 minutes. I want to be at a Slurpee. I like the seclusion, but if you can have that in a city environment, kind of, and I kind of got that here. So my location is kind of the perfect spot for me. I'm pretty secluded, but I'm still in the city, and all I got to do is drive 3 blocks and I'm at a 7-Eleven. I love the woods, no neighbors at all. That's awesome. See, come to Great Northwest. The Great Northwest. Where's the Great Northwest? What state? What state? Thank you, Dolly and PJ. Well, thank you for being here. PJ's in bed. She has to get up and work tomorrow. Me, I can sleep anytime I want. Like I took a little nap today. That's why I'm up so late. My kid's already I'm supposed to go take my kid to get her car tomorrow, to drop her car off so it can get repaired. And she's like, go to bed. But I slept. I took a long nap today, and then I'll probably go to sleep in just a little while. I'm going to get out of here from you guys in about 5 minutes. I'm going to be here about 5 more minutes with you. And then I'm going to go kick back and watch a little bit of Shameless before I go to bed. Dolly, you turned me into a night owl. I know my schedule it's been pretty messed up, but for anybody that's been around, my schedule, I never have a set time that I YouTube. It's either real early in the morning, midday, or super late at night. It could be any time. It depends what my sleep schedule is. When my sleep schedule is right, I get up real early, like 5 o'clock in the morning, right? And then I'm up, and then I go to bed about 9 o'clock. I don't like going to bed that early, so I try to keep, and then I'm on a sleep schedule now where I'll stay up all night. Like I can only sleep when I'm absolutely tired. Shameless is great. I think I'm on season 7. I can't remember what season I'm on. I think season 7 of Shameless. I watched it a long time ago, and I enjoyed it, and I watched a bunch of it. And then I was just like, okay, well, let me go back and finish watching Shameless, because I watched all of Blacklist. And then I was like, okay, well, I haven't seen all of Shameless. And I still ain't seen all of Game of Thrones. Is it Thrones? Game of Thrones. I haven't seen all of those yet. I've seen most of them, but I'm going to go back and finish watching those too. And I think Shameless is the closest we actually will get to a real American family. They're dysfunctional as shit. Okay. Their whole family is just jacked up. And that's what a real family is. Okay. No, I haven't watched that yet. I haven't watched it. 6 mountain lions so far on cam at the rental. 6 mountain lions. See, I don't have to worry about that when I go outside. A mountain lion attacking me. I live in the city. I did see a coyote running down the road, but I ain't never seen no mountain lion around here. So I don't think I have that worry. I live in the woods. If a mountain lion jumped out, and it's a small set of woods in the city, so I don't even see deer, right? I live, woods surround me, but it ain't thick enough woods really for deers to, I guess they could hide in it. I just ain't never looked in my backyard and seen a deer, because there's a little patch, there's woods, and then there's a big subdivision built around it. And I live right near the woods. So, I guess there ain't no deer in those woods. You binge watch Shameless in a week. It's hilarious. Cougars in Central Oregon, wolves, bears. That'd be crazy. All I see, what I do have in the woods are foxes. Okay. I see a lot of foxes. They'll come out the woods, usually late at night, like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Like this time of night, I'll go outside sometimes and be on the porch. And if you're really quiet, because them things can hear everything, and they're sleek, but I'll see them every now and then. There's a few red foxes, and but that's it. That's the only thing I've ever really seen out here in the woods is foxes. Raccoons, there's a ton of raccoons. They come up on my porch. I got one that I feed apples to, and I call him Apples because I feed him apples. And he's so fat, right? He can't even run. He just kind of waddles. And now there's a new raccoon. I haven't named a new one yet, right? It's a little bit small. I think it may be Apples as baby. Apple might be a girl. I'm not for sure. But they're not even scared. The first time I noticed Apples is like I was walking up my front door and I had a trash can that I had in the house, and I set it by the front door so I could take it to the trash, but I never took it to the trash. So I heard something at my front door, and I opened the front door, and right at my front door, because I had just set the trash can right outside my front door, there's this big ass raccoon standing there, right? And he has a full slice of pizza in his hand like a Ninja Turtle, right? I guess he got it out the trash, and he's standing there with the damn pizza in his hand. And I open the door and I'm looking at him, and like, I ain't an animal. I don't know if raccoons got rabies and they're going to attack me or what it's going to do. This damn raccoon looks over at me, right? And goes and bites the pizza, right? Don't run. And I'm like, okay, I slowly shut the door back. And I was like, PJ, there's a big ass raccoon on the porch. I mean, big. And eventually he kept coming, or her. I don't know if it's a boy or girl. I started feeding it. So now it don't even run from me or anything. It just is like, hey, where's my food? You know? And the cats, they seem to be cool with it. I don't know. The dogs are not, but the cats like the raccoon. But there's a couple of them. I don't mind the raccoons as much. You know what I don't like is possums. They just look like big, giant, ugly ass rats. But I did learn one thing. Possums don't live very long, and they're immune to rabies. So possums don't have rabies. When you see them, they're scary and ugly looking, right? But they don't have rabies. I learned that from a dude that raised possums on YouTube. He said possums do not carry rabies. Raccoons can. Raccoons are actually good family pets. I don't know. I ain't never had one. I knew a girl in high school that had a raccoon as a pet, and she always told me don't never try to mess with a wild raccoon. You know, that they're dangerous and mean. But hers was like, you know, bottle fed from a baby. That's why you could pet it and, you know, that it was tame. But a wild raccoon would tear your ass apart. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, you didn't know that? There's a fun fact for you. You can look it up, Google it. Possums are immune to rabies. They don't carry it. My dog always gets possums. Hate it. See, well, if your dog gets one, you don't have to worry about your dog getting rabies. Now, raccoons are different. They carry rabies. So you can get rabies from a raccoon. And you remember the whole story about, you know, Peanut, the squirrel, and the feds busting up in the house and taking Peanut. And then they took the raccoon and they euthanized the damn squirrel and the raccoon. Because once animals are domesticated, you can't put them back in the wild. So they chose to take this man's pets just so they could kill him. That's horrible. Rest in peace to Peanut the squirrel and the raccoon. I can't remember what the raccoon's name was, but I remember it was Peanut the squirrel. And the dude would make all the videos educating people about squirrels. And they should have just let the man keep the squirrel. But his channel was growing big and he was making money off of it. And they thought, oh, well, this is terrible. This dude's making money off his pets. Well, there's people with bulldogs and ugly dogs and all these things that have channels. And they're worried about a man with a squirrel? Like, who cares if he has a squirrel? He gets rabies. That's on him. It's weird when people try to control your life. Like the federal government is trying to control your life and say, you can't do this or you can't do that. Raccoons, trash panda. I know, I like raccoons. I think they're cute. Okay, I ain't seen one I haven't liked yet. It does kind of remind me of a trash panda. The raccoon's name was Fred. Okay, well that's terrible, right? And they had to hide the animals, you know. And the feds busted up in the house and took the animals, and then they euthanized the animals because they didn't want to see. You know, I'm still thinking it had to do with, you know, taxes and the money the guy was making from the animals. You know, if you don't give Big Brother their cut, well, speaking of which, I got to pay some taxes tomorrow. Don't let me forget. I need to pay that. I'll pay. Big Brother is going to be coming to get my ass. I don't pay my taxes. So I got to pay that. I just forgot. I was going to do it today, but I forgot. So I got to make sure I remember to do that in the morning. The first house you were at, according to reports I saw as well. Yes, it's not a big deal about the house. I just wanted to show the area that there's a lot of area that, you know, you could hide a body at. Dolly, you and PJ will like Animal Kingdom. Well, me and PJ are going on a vacation early September. I think September 5th through, I don't know, the 10th, the 12th, something like that. We're talking about going to the Bahamas. So I don't know. We may take a cruise to the Bahamas. Hey, Dolly, pay your taxes. Yeah, right. I am. I got the money to pay it. What I owe them, it's just I got to pay them. I don't want to forget. And I got to pay some property taxes too. So it's about that time. A whole week without Dolly and PJ. No, we're going to take you with us, guys. We don't. When we went on our last vacation to Niagara Falls and Atlantic City, and we went everywhere. We went to Hershey, Pennsylvania. We went to Amish country. We went to Hershey Park. Then we drove up to Niagara Falls. We went to Niagara Falls, hung out there. We went to New Jersey to the Super Mall. Then we went to Atlantic City. Then we came back here and I had a heart attack. But this time we're going to go to like Miami or somewhere in Florida. And then we're going to take a cruise from Florida to the Bahamas and then back, like three or 4 days. But I'm going to stream with you guys. Okay, Shauna, you could have just sent me that on Facebook. You went sleuthing and found the proper address. Ain't a big deal. We know the area. We know they're in the damn desert. It's not a big deal. The big deal is this. They haven't found the baby yet. Okay, that's the big deal. Love Amish country and Hershey. Yeah, it was cool. I had a good time. That's where I got shocked by the electric fence. We went to this Amish restaurant to eat, and I was out there, and these kids were playing on the fence. And I was just videotaping, and I seen the kids all up on the fence. So I leaned up on the fence, and it electrocuted me. And then, you know, it's good because it got me and didn't get the little kids. Because then once the parents see me get electrocuted, they were like, back up from the fence, back up from the fence. So they had these little plastic guards on it. And, you know, it was where they kept their horses. So people were back there looking at the horses. And, yeah, I got hit by the electric fence. It made me jump. The horse jumped. The kids jumped. And some people like, Dolly, maybe getting electrocuted is what made you have that heart attack. That ain't what it was. I had a clogged artery, and it was from bad eating for 50 years. And my right side was 100% blocked, and my left side was 50% blocked. So they went in, you know, and I hate to say it, but, you know, I flatlined in there, and they unblocked my right side, and they put a stent in my heart. Okay. So after that, I guess they me back to life or whatever they do. I don't know. I was unconscious, you know, I was in the spirit world. And I woke up and I remember seeing PJ and Tiffany, and I was like, okay, thank God I'm still here, you know. So, and then of course, you know, I've been trying to change up my diet. I cut out a lot of the soda. I still drink a raspberry lemonade every now, no, strawberry lemonade every now and then, which I'm trying to cut out most of the sugar, but not all sugar, just a lot of it. And a lot of the fried foods, but occasionally I'll still eat something. Like I ate some chicken wings the other day that were fried. So I try to cut most of that out. I cheat every now and then. So I'm eating a lot of turkey, a lot of chicken, you know, things that are not so greasy. I've cut out pretty much all fast food. Every now and then I'll cheat and I have a cheeseburger from Mickey D's. I probably shouldn't do that at all. It's garbage, but every now and then, like once a month, I'll probably grab me a little cheeseburger from Mickey D's. I'm trying to squeeze in another 30 years, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? If not, it is what it is. But since then, I've changed up a lot. I stopped smoking cigarettes. I stopped smoking the sticky icky. Every now and then I'll have me a Corona, and that's it. Life is boring. It's damn boring. It's called a reward burger. Is that what it's called? Is that what I should call it? A reward burger? But it's you turned 65 this year. Cue commercial for Dolly soap. In just a second, I will cue the Dolly soap commercial. But thank you guys. There's a few orders that came in tonight, and while we got stuff in inventory, we sell out of stuff quick. So make sure if you haven't got your your Dolly soap yet, you get over there and you order some, because our stuff does sell out pretty damn fast of certain things. Not everything, but certain things sell out pretty quick. Hey guys, have you washed your ass crack and your titty flaps today? Is your soap leaving you a little bit dry and your clam just a little bit crusty? If that's the case, you're in the right place. I'm Dolly, the creator of Dolly's Luxurious Lather Bars, the best soap in the world. And I'm here to tell you, your soap ain't shit. It's filled with harsh ingredients and chemicals that you can't even say. Some of it is even made by doctors that ain't even doctors. And let me tell you, this right here, downright disgusting. Your flaps deserve better. Here at Dolly, we take every crack, flap, crevice in consideration. We only use the best 100% all natural ingredients because we care about your lady parts. Every bar is handcrafted by me, Dolly, and we carry some of your favorite scents such as raspberry lemonade, pink sugar, our version of love spell, Caribbean haze, and a ton more. To add the full luxury to your bath experience, don't forget to check out Dolly Voodoo Candles. They will cast a spell right into the air that will leave you relaxed, rejuvenated, refreshed. So what are you waiting for? Get over to www.buydollysoap.com. Save yourself 10% on your entire order when you use promo code WASHYOURFLAPS. Remember, keep your ass cracks and your titty flaps clean. Look forward to your order. Be shipping out to you soon. I'm Dolly. See you guys later. Okay, so when we first started doing the soap, we didn't have many soaps. We had like 5 or 6 different soaps we sold. Now we have like over 25 different ones. So you can just go to buydollysoap.com. We have a tons of stuff. We have soaps, lotions, body washes, scent rollers, body sprays, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, even mouse pads are coming to the site soon. So if you haven't checked out the merch store, great way to support the channel, help us grow and bring you the latest news here on these YouTube streets, and pay the light bill. Okay, we got to pay our light bill too. All right. So everything here is free to watch. So we got to make a living too. I got to make a living too. So definitely check out the merch store, pick you up something. Christmas is right around the corner. Dolly Soap makes great gifts, and a lot of, like I said, certain scents sell out really fast. So get you some and enjoy it. And I'm telling you, you will love it. You will absolutely love it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And listen, so if you just don't know yet, you just tuned in. I have not been able to confirm anything about anybody finding this baby dead. Okay. I believe this is all trolls and internet rumors. I don't think there's nothing to it. The blood, we're not even sure about that. I wish the police would come out and give us a real update so people are stopped with this she said, he said shit, or, we get some confirmation of what's going on. Until then, I'm Dolly. And remember this, if nobody else loves you, I do. Peace.